Who's the end buyer of this? And just to clarify, this isn't, I know a lot of people have read like the George Clooney business story where he went down there and he, as a hobby, started. This isn't a tequila distillery type of investment. This is very specific. This is cask. This is not the bottles. This is the actual place where the physical asset is stored. And you're almost like the investor's role. Let's go over what is the investor's role in a situation like that? Why do these tequila distilleries even need? Why would they even need investors for casks?
Absolutely. Yeah. As a business, essentially what we do with our clients is we bridge the gap between the distilleries and the brands. So you've got around 70 active distilleries in Mexico. They're called NOMs, NOMs, and they all have a very specific number that identifies each NOM. But they produce for around 2,800 brands. And that number is growing each year. So we essentially act as the bridge between the distilleries that produce the tequila and then the brands that want to buy the aged tequila. So to answer your question about who the casks are sold to, the casks are sold to the brands, and we sell the casks to the brands for our clients. Why the brands would need us? First of all, the distilleries themselves, they, once they produce the tequila, they want to sell the tequila. And the reason for that is because of how long it takes them to produce the tequila. One of the really unique factors with tequila compared to other investable spirits is the blue agave plant. So unlike corn, for example, which is used as the main component to produce whiskey or bourbon American whiskey, or barley for scotch, you can grow that in about 9 to 12 weeks, right? Agave takes a minimum of 7 years to grow the plant. And then the distillery's got to produce it, the NOM's got to produce it. So ultimately, for cash flow purposes, they want to sell the Blanco tequila, the fresh tequila. But there is a growing need, a growing demand for high quality premium tequilas, ultimately aged tequilas, añejo, extra añejo tequilas. Now, 95% of these brands, as you can tell by the numbers, they don't operate distilleries. They don't have, let's say, warehousing facilities to be aging their tequila. So it makes it extremely challenging and extremely costly for 95+% of those brands. So ultimately, what we are then doing is filling the void for those brands that don't have those capabilities. They operate a buy today, bottle tomorrow business model. We're then able to sell the aged tequila to those brands and facilitate that transaction for them. You've also got the added issue just really of volume, Dennis. The tequila market, if you go back to 20, was valued at about $2.1 million. If you fast forward to last year, 2023, it had shot up to $16.5 billion. If you look at the projections now, the data that's out there, you're looking at a compound annual growth rate of about 11% a year in the market over the next 8 years, up until 2032, which will take the market to a valuation of about $42.5 billion. The key point here is that a lot of that growth is being driven by premiumization. So it's the growth in demand for high quality premium aged tequilas like añejo and extra añejo. So really the combination of the challenges of just aging tequila for a lot of these brands, plus the increase in volume requirement for aged tequilas, that's ultimately where our business comes in and fills that void for the industry.